So, has he shown you anything when you've matched up with him so far?
Oh yeah, like
What impresses you about it?
I mean, we know for a fact where like 50-50 balls, like he's really good. He's good at high point. He's good at going up and finishing catches and all that stuff. So just coming in, like you just got to know from the starts where he's a hell of a player, and you got to make sure that you're on your P's and Q's with him.
Randall got you too, but you were in his hip pocket. You were scratching your head a little bit today, weren't you? 12 throwing some darts.
Oh yeah, but then it is what it is. Like I still got tomorrow to get better at it and just continue to get good. To where like I'm not finna hold man, I'm not finna drop it in any of that stuff. Like it is what it is. Hey, I'm finna show 12 like consistency. Like hey, I'm one of the best out here too now. Like I'm not finna let you get that twisted.
What is it like with that internal competition within a team? You know, whether you're going against the receivers or Aaron or whatever, not an opposing team, the team here, the competition in the preseason and the training camp.
Oh man, it just gonna make us better for during the season to where like, cause like, you already know like we ain't finna. I mean, you ain't finna face nobody better than us, and we ain't finna face nobody better than you. To where like for a fact, to where like we gonna keep that going and keep that flowing.
Eric, Jair said yesterday, and he said this before too. He keeps telling you, you can be the best in the league, and then he kind of says, even though I'm the best in the league, he can be the best in the league too. What does that mean to you? And this may sound silly, but do you believe it?
Of course, you have to believe it. Like if you don't believe that you're the best, then I mean, pretty much, why are you here? So like everybody, I know for a fact, everybody in here think they the best, but day in day out, you got to prove to yourself and everybody else that hands down you are the best.
Even since you arrived last year, this defense has come a long way. You've grown. Dre has really established himself. And Jair's back now, and Arsenal's with him. Does it feel like this defense is maybe even more competitive than it was a year ago? And you feel that on the field against an MVP quarterback?
Oh, of course. Like I mean, like I feel that day in and day out. To where like we got people like my dog here who y'all ain't even really seen out there yet. To where like he finna bring another juice. So we just got a lot of little people that's like ready to play, hungry, all that stuff that bring juice to it, like hands down to it. We got depth, we got all this. So I can't wait.
Has there been some of that juice going back and forth between the offense and defense, even off the field?
Oh, hands down to where like everybody for a fact, we all talking smack to each other. We all just because if the offense score a touchdown, we know for a fact they finna celebrate all together. So like the moment that defense make a play, we gotta celebrate all together. Like it's just that little fun, that competitive nature going back and forth.
Was it like that last year too, or is this a little maybe hype?
I think it was like that last year, but last year I was a rookie, so hey, I'm trying to make sure I was good, making sure everything else was fine on my end, so I wasn't trying to focus on too much.
Eric, speaking of last year, I feel, well, it was by Zoom that we asked you this, but we talked so much about Aaron and Devontae challenging you and what you were getting from that. How different do you feel today than you felt a year ago at this time with all that you played, the success you had, and the lessons you learned?
Last year, like just coming in from last year, just coming in, like me giving up a ball I would have dropped my head because like, I'm not used to it. This year, somebody catch a ball, somebody do anything like that. It is what it is. Like, hey, it is what it is. Move on to the next play. Just like my confidence, just my demeanor, the way I carry myself from last year to this year, to where like it completely changed. Like, and I love it. To where I know for a fact, day in and day out, I'm going to continue to work on my mental and continue to become a stronger person up in my head.
So you weren't used to it because it never really happened at Georgia. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And then it happened a fair amount in training camp. But you think that helped you mentally even more than physically and just with technique and stuff?
Hands down, to where like me coming up to Devontae after every pretty much practice we have and just asking him questions, just getting knowledge on pretty much how should I do this, how should I play this. So it helped me throughout during the season, to where like during the season, as the season went on, I got better and better because I was just taking game from each and everybody and just learning.
So now it's year 2 for you. Are you, even as only a second-year guy, are you in the position where Romeo can talk to you about what you did against him, and you guys can have those kind of conversations too, or is it still a little early for that?
I still believe so. To where like if he got any question, I can try my best to answer it. Even if I don't know it, trust me, I'm gonna find a way to figure it out to make sure that I can pretty much help you out. So like I know if I can't help you, I know I got a whole bunch of other corners that know for a fact that they can. So I'm not even finna like, hey, I feel like I'm the person, but then if I'm not, hey, you can easily find somebody else.
Eric, you talk about in the beginning being a rookie and just focusing on that, but the last month of the season, you got tested a lot. Like they went after you a lot, and you kind of responded quite a bit without giving up. consecutive catches. Is that you becoming, you know, the next stage of who you're going to be?
I can only hope so. To where like only time will tell. To where like me consistently putting in work day in and day out, me consistently getting 1% better on and off the field. To where like I know for a fact if I become the man and the person I want to be off the field, I know for a fact everything else will handle itself on the field.
Did you go back and look at your last half of the season? Do you look at yourself, or is all that behind you and you're focusing on this?
Oh, I mean, like, of course, you go back and you start looking at some of the stuff where you could have did better here, or you should have did better here, or like just go back and just refresh yourself to where like you just know, like, all right, bet that like that was a good play. So let me go ahead and find something. Let me go ahead and continue to do that and all that stuff. So like you just find little stuff like that and just continue to work on it.